Okay, so it's a gloomy evening in human land, and we find ourselves in this small cafe. Angry cries pierce the air, but the shouts seem somehow distant, their harshness dulled by an ethereal serenade which caresses our ears and completes the unsettling ambiance set by strife and this ominous green fog which settled over the—
Holy shit, we are not wasting any time here, are we? 1, 2, 3. God damn, I thought this was just a coffee shop, but this is a 3-course meal we've got going on here. Anyway, so Arya's like, look, I'm just saying we already hate ourselves and our lives are miserable anyway. Prostitution wouldn't make it any worse, and we'd actually be making money. Listen, I am not taking dick just so we can get a nicer apartment. I'll take dick. See, Sonata will do it. She loves the cock. Listen, you dumb whores, we just need to find something substantial to make these people argue about. Then That doesn't work anymore, dude. This entire generation is so apathetic and self-absorbed, it's almost impossible to get them to fight with each other unless it's on Facebook. Arya, if you can figure out a way to absorb negative energy through the internet, we could take over the entire fucking multiverse in a day. As it stands, we're stuck doing this shit IRL, and frankly, I'd rather turn Sonata into a cocksock than make a Facebook account. I just told you guys, I don't mind taking dick. Then suddenly the end of the last movie happens, and Adagia's like, dude, do you guys know what that is? That's equestrian waifu magic, straight from the promised land of pony pussy. And Arya's all, bruh, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Yeah, if there's one thing in the multiverse that can make these motherfuckers argue enough to get us powerful again, it's waifus. So, does this mean I'm not taking any dick? Sonata, why do you always have to undercut my dramatic tension? Look, I'm not trying to be a jerk, okay? I'm just saying if it will make everyone's life easier. None of us are taking any dick, Sonata. You ever think that might be the problem here?
Shake your ass, watch yourself. Shake your ass, show me what you're working with. Shake your ass, watch yourself. Shake your ass, show me what you're working with.
Attention, all y'all plays and pimps right now in the place to be.
Shake your ass.
I thought I told y'all niggas before, y'all niggas can't fuck with me.
Alright, so we're back at Horse Girl High, and looky here, it's Photoshop Shimmer, and she's feeling pretty down. Have you ever done something so unequivocally horrible that whether you want to or not, you can't make it right simply because no opportunity presents itself that would allow you to? Like, something of a magnitude that everyday life just can't give you a chance to atone for. That's where our homegirl is at right now. And she's like, hey kids, want some help with your painting? And Abby's like, yeah, actually, we need some more red, so if you could just slit your fucking throat and bleed out into this bucket right here, that would be a huge help to everyone. Sunset may be reformed, but she's far from redeemed. I mean, of course, it's the current year, so we can all look back on this knowing exactly what's to come, but if we're talking about your average CHS student at this moment in time, it's hard to blame them for hating her after what went down back here. Well, not everyone hates her. And Punk's like, hey slut, get your fine ass over here, we're doing arts and crafts. I actually love the fact that the story is set in a high school because despite most likely being somewhere around a decade older than the rest of the cast, this is the actual level of maturity Sunset is at, and this is where she belongs right now. Now, I'm well aware that the real reason we're in a high school is so Hasbro can sell a bunch of dolls that don't even have fucking elbow joints, but I don't give a shit. Quote unquote authorial intent, or lack thereof in this case, can eat my ass. I enjoy this shit for what it means to me and how it affects my life, not why it was made. Anyway, Sunny Bunny's chilling with the gals in their after-school leisure lounge as they down a few gin and tonics and practice for Canterlot High's upcoming Ozfest tribute concert, Horsefest. And she's like, God damn it, man, I can't believe Celestia put me on blast like that.
I think it's going to be one of the most exciting events we've had at CHS since the fall formal.
And Butterball's like, yeah, dude, I mean, you did kind of Oklahoma the front of the school and then mind rape everyone, so you just gotta kind of lube up and take it for a while. Also, that demon getup was scanty as fuck, and I'm pretty sure everyone saw my gash. I know I did! Fire crotch, Sunny is a fire crotch. Darling, Holmes, don't even trip. It's like Fluttershy said, you blew it hard and you're gonna have to ride this out, but we really fucking like you, dude. and we got your back. Yeah, man, you can turn a giant fuck up into a chance at self-improvement as long as you keep the right attitude. Also, holy shit, does the carpet really match the drapes? I wouldn't call it a carpet, more of a welcome mat, and very well manicured. Are we talking like triangle, landing strip? Would you guys just play your fucking music, please? So then they play the song that totally doesn't make me tear up every time. I mean, if I spent a year after the original EQG eagerly awaiting the sequel and then heard this song and felt like the characters were personally welcoming me back to one of the few things that brings me solace in a broken, chaotic, and isolated existence, then yes, this song would have immense emotional significance to me, but that's simply not the case. Nope, totally boring. Also, AJ plays finger-style bass. Fucking props, girl, you are a true patrician. Although, I can't say I've ever seen a bass with only 13 frets, but then again, I've never seen a girl whose head was larger than her torso, so as much as I'd love to spend half this entire recap spurging out over everything that's wrong with the instruments, I'm just gonna shut the fuck up about it because magical horse girls. Anyway, the other interesting thing we're beginning to see here is the dynamic between Shimmer and the girls. They say you're responsible for the life you save, and it couldn't be more true in this situation. Everyone hates Sunset, and neither the story nor the characters are trying to sugarcoat it. Even Celestia was like, hey guys, remember that time Bacon Hair over here tore up the school and molested our brains? Good job, by the way, Principal. You rival your four-legged counterpart for sheer tact and competence. These five are Sunset's only friends, and that fact combined with the very overt hostility of the rest of the school is kicking out means she's basically bound to them by default. Only problem is they're not really sure what to do with her. Nothing drives Sunset's plight home better than this scene. She's sitting on the sidelines watching and listening as the girls work in both figurative and literal harmony to create a song. Right now, nobody knows what her place in this outfit is, if she even has one, and there's this palpable timidity and ambivalence in everything she says and does. And there I go again. We're barely past the opening scene and I'm already writing a thesis on horse girl psychology. I just don't know how to stop myself.
Suicide. You must take your own life.
Oh shit, look who it is, the Bradnator. And he's like,
you guys are sounding really tight.
and Ash is like, how can you tell that from us playing music? Hey, I don't suppose you've heard from Twilight. Do you see Twilight in this room, bro? Well, no. Don't you think if she came back, she'd probably be hanging out with us right now? I mean, yeah. So, based on this train of logic, is it not safe to conclude that she's still back in Horseland? Hey, I was just... Look, Brad, Twilight really seems to like you. Now, she is our dear, dear friend, and we love her very much. So, of course, when she's around, you're welcome to hang out with us. However, until that point in time, take your haircut and fuck off. Okie dokie. Catch you guys later. Hey, you should get a new shirt. That one's got, it's got a tear in it. Not sure what you're going for with that. Rarity Assault. Oh my god, what a cuck. Shimmy, dude, how could you ever date that guy? And Sunny's like,
The old me really was just awful, wasn't she?
look man, the whole succubus demon thing we can get over, but this we're probably gonna give you shit about for a while. So it's a little later and Sunny's walking through the halls looking for someone to bum a stove off of, and who should we run into at this very moment but holy shit. Okay, see, this is the first time we see the sirens in their normal clothes, and alright, Sonata, you're good. Excellent color coordination, relatively modest, but not without a little flair. I love the collar, it gives the top some pop. The bracelets add a little edge, but remain squarely within the boundaries of good taste. 10 out of 10, absolutely stellar, you're a hero of fashion. Okay, now, Arya, I'm not trying to be a dick, but that shade of green should really just stay more on the accent side of things. I would have gone for something darker, maybe a jacket that matched the color of your wristbands with the collar that matched the color of your pants, because that green is just a little too much and it doesn't go well with this like yellowish off-white shirt you got here. I don't know, I feel like your entire top deal is just way too bright and lacks contrast. Also the ripped sleeves, that's a little too hot topic, bro, I'm just saying. Still, I'm not gonna nitpick, you do you, just a friendly little additional perspective for you. I still give it 7.5 out of 10. Then we have this situation. Why is everything purple? What are you trying to accomplish with these sleeves here, dude? What century do you think it is right now? What do you even call this? It's your pants and your shirt are attached. It's like a onesie, a jumpsuit. Hold on, let me Google this shit. What? Oh. A siren suit. Okay, granted, that is clever. I will give you that, but considering the result, I don't know if selecting your outfit based on a pun is necessarily advisable. Why is this so poofy? You're poofy enough up here. This is enough poof for your entire crew right here. Sweet, merciful Jesus Christ. What on earth are these things? Look, yeah, I get it. You've all got your little symbol cutie mark thingies. Sonata's got a patch on her shirt. Arya's got her belt buckle and hair thingies, but those are like, you know, things that make sense that like people will wear. People have belt buckles and designs on their shirts, but who wears pins on their legs? Okay. I could deal with it. I could deal with all of it if it weren't for the leggings. Like, Adagio, look, I'm a huge fan. I love you, babe. I really do, but you look like a walking personality disorder. And Shimmy's like, oh, hey, are you the villains for this one? And Adagio's like,
We are.
oh, shit. Well, unfortunately, I don't have magic right now, so I'm gonna have to bash your skulls in with a pipe. No, don't worry. This movie is a low-key slice of life high school drama. We're just the bitchy transfer students who suck the magic out of your lives and conquer your social hierarchy. Alright, seems legit. Peace. Adagio, what the fuck was that? What? I'm doing some foreshadowing for the audience. Get off my back. They already know what's going on. Keep the shit on the DL, for Christ's sake. Okay, you dumb sluts, we need some basic character types. Nothing too complex, mind you, just a minimal set of easily parsable personality characteristics that'll make us into waifu material for the slavering masses. Sonata, you be the cute, stupid one. Can I make up my own backstory? No, that's what fanfiction is for. The less specific we get, the better. Come on, man, can I at least have like one personality quirk? Fine, just keep it simple. How about I like tacos? I don't know, sounds kind of dumb. I don't think it'll catch on, but whatever. Now, Arya, you're gonna be the bitchy tsundere one. Fine, but it's not like I want to or anything. Perfect. Anyway, I of course will be the sexy, seductive one. Don't we all kind of want to be that though? I mean, we're trying to be good waifus here, right? Maybe you should go for something with a little more nuance to it, you know? Oh, here we fucking go. Every goddamn time. I'm not saying it's a bad idea. I just mean maybe we should sit down and finesse this a little bit more, like write up some character sheets or whatever. Sonata, nobody fucking cares. We're not trying to win a goddamn Oscar here. I just think you guys are underestimating people. Like, doesn't a more developed and emotionally involving character make a better waifu by default? Why go to all that trouble when you can just give these idiots a template and let them fill in the blanks with their own retarded headcanons? You get broader appeal, and the best fucking part is most of them are so autistic they can't even separate the source material from the shit they made up, so they'll all start bickering amongst themselves about whose personal interpretation is the right one. You know what? I can't really argue with that. See, I know what I'm doing. Christ, it's like defending a goddamn dissertation. Yo, can we please get on with this shit? I just want to go home and masturbate, okay? It's all I have left. Anyway, then we get this scene, and Jesus Christ, all this gyrating and hip swiveling and the faces they're making. Look, I get this is a slight upgrade from our normal little girls show because it's supposed to be a tween-age girls show, and maybe I'm just out of touch with modern children's television, but this is like overtly sexual. I don't even need porn of these characters. I can just jack off to this. Just to be clear though, please do continue making porn of them, especially Arya getting fucked in the ass. Also, Adagio, I owe you an apology. Your clothes look goofy as fuck when you were walking around and talking, but when you're singing and throwing your hips at me like a wrecking ball, it just works. It draws attention to all the right places. I concede this one entirely. You've earned my respect and several of my old socks. So the entire school starts arguing about which of these three is the best waifu and who they belong to, because that is proper protocol when you meet someone who has the same waifu as you. You know, don't congratulate one another on your good taste and have an interesting discussion about this character you love so much. Start screeching at each other about who she would like better. I know that sounded like sarcastic commentary or something, but I'm being serious. This is what I do. Out of curiosity, curiosity, I ran a poll a couple weeks ago to see which siren people like the best, and the results were exactly as expected. Anyway, the sirens use their student bodies to hypnotize Horse Girl High's unfortunate populace into making their concert a musical waifu faggotry competition. And Sunny Bun is like, okay, it's definitely time to go get an adult. And Human Celestia's like, sorry dude, but schools can't actually discipline students anymore. Every time we try now, some whack job parent blows us out on Facebook, so we just gave up. Joke's on them in the long run, but my hands are tied. And then Human Luna's like,
perhaps Sunset Shimmer is just eager to make someone else out to be a bad element, so that her actions at the fall formal will become old news.
okay, I have had enough. Look, Principal says Celestia may not be the brightest of the bunch, but high school principal is a pretty shit job, so at the end of the day, they're probably lucky to have her when she's not being brain buggered by booty calling the sugar lumps over here. But this cunt, I don't care if she's under the swivel hip mind meld. Even without it, she's a fucking moron, and right now she's being an outright shitty person. Celestia was just like, sorry, I can't help you, but this belt around her shirt wearing bitch is straight up talking shit about poor Sunny Buns here. This woman should not be an educator or probably even allowed near children. I bet she goes walking around during break and lunch just looking for an excuse to put someone in detention. I bet she accuses this guy of being high all the time for no fucking reason and calls his parents in and tells them she thinks he's selling pot to the other students. Never mind, he actually wasn't high that day. He was just tired because he was up late doing his fucking homework like he was fucking supposed to. And never mind all the other times he totally was high and she didn't even notice. And now it was her fault that his parents searched his room and his computer and got rid of all his porn and sent him to counseling. You fucking kids have it so goddamn easy now with your free streaming sites. Do you have any idea how hard it was to get obscure fetish porn back then? Especially if you were underage. Fuck you, Human Luna. I hope you enjoy slash tires and laxatives in your coffee. Fucking